Art is more than a reflection of life. It's a voice for what we're feeling. For victims of violence, art can express unspeakable fears and the hope for safer tomorrows. For Tristan, it speaks of how he found resilience.
I like the fact that my life is kind of like pottery. It's been torn around and messed up, but I can shape it back into the form that I want it to be.
Tristan has survived severe abuse and neglect his entire life, from age infancy on, living outside of his parents' house because he was told he couldn't come in. So he would sleep underneath park benches and try to steal food from people. He had been told he deserved to die repeatedly by his mother.
Your mom is supposed to be a loving, caring person, and she was just completely the opposite. She was hateful and she didn't pay attention to me. I don't think a normal mom would have her friend throw you out a window to stop crying.
Family violence hurt Tristan emotionally and physically. He had lost his ability to trust. But like so many other children, young people, and adults, he found it again at Synergy Services.
I think Tristan centered himself by telling his story and believing that his therapist, Elizabeth, not only would understand his story, but would understand him as a person.
First, Tristan needed to be safe. Synergy worked with court services to secure a permanent, safe home.
I'm living with two very great people, Kathy and Steve, and they are my foster parents, and they love me a lot. I consider them to be saints.
Beyond that, it was a lot of work of saying, this is what your life was, this is what you were given. Here's a whole new world out here that you don't even know of. Tristan did not realize that there are people in this world who do not abuse, who do not do drugs, and who love their kids and want to be with them.
Getting this message across took more than a weekly counseling session. Tristan had the benefit of Synergy's Youth Resiliency Center, where he could participate in activities and belong. If he needed medical or dental care, he could find it there. And he knew he had a lifeline to call anytime he was in crisis, and there would always be someone there to support him.
Services are truly wrapped around a person rather than piecemealed or kind of broken into chunks.
If I have an adult victim of domestic violence, she can go to our women's center and find a safe place to stay for her and her children. If I have a foster family or adoptive family that's overwhelmed, their children could go to our children's center and have a safe place to stay. Clients can get clothes at the thrift store. Often when they're leaving abusive situations, they have nothing. Homeless teens can come to the YRC and participate in activities they never would have dreamed of.
Synergy Services is the one place where victims of trauma can go and find experts in overcoming child abuse, domestic violence, youth homelessness, and the programming and facilities to help. Tristan is a smiling example of their impact.
What I'm learning about life now is that life is a better place to be.
We get trauma, we get what they're going through. We really are doing the work that is needed to help families who have suffered from trauma.
Not only is Synergy using the most current and effective treatments for trauma, it is doing the work needed to prevent it.
Violence often has its root in childhood, and so part of the way that we battle that is by going into the schools with our Stop Violence programs and educating kids on bullying and how to have healthy relationships without using violence.
Parenting classes, family counseling, and other supportive services for families in crisis also give families healthy alternatives to violence. With this kind of help, maybe Tristan's childhood could have been different.
I think what's unique about Tristan is his ability to bounce back from a story that many of us would be crushed under. And he seems to be striding
There is a lot of hope for kids who have been through what I've been through and what I've seen. I mean, at the time you'll think that there's no hope, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna grow up to be worthless, there's nothing to look forward to in life, I might as well kill myself now. That is completely wrong. There is a bunch of hope.
The wheel keeps turning, and each year, thousands of people find the hope and support to reshape their future. At Synergy,